Welcome to Titus Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is May the 2nd, 2024. We're going to be talking about AEW's Dynamite because we had AEW Dynamite yesterday. I watched, what's it called again? I forget, Rampage. But I'm not doing the video of that because I wasn't really paying attention. It wasn't matches I care about. There was a hardcore match with the women's, but that's the only thing I care about. But, ladies and gentlemen, we have AEW Dynamites. We got an update here. We got an interesting update because it was reported that Eric Rowan signed with the WWE. He signed with the WWE. He is a free agent. He's one of those free agents in WWE. He's not a real free agent that works for the indie wrestling. But he's a free agent, and so does this mean he is part of the Wyatt Six? The Wyatt family, or whatever they are called right now. Because they don't have a name right now, because Uncle Howdy's still trying to make his return. But I will be interested of this Wyatt Six now. Eric Rowan is part of it. I thought Eric Rowan would join AEW and sign with AEW. First, and then he might come back in WWE. But looks like he didn't sign with AEW. He had some matches, but he didn't sign with AEW. But he signed with WWE yesterday, and we will see what happens there. When he does make his return to the WWE, he's not the only Wyatt family member that is still alive. Mr. Braun Strowman is still alive. But ladies and gentlemen, the tribute for the Wyatt family will be cool. For Bray Wyatt, for Brody Lee, a.k.a. Luke Harper. Now I'm getting interested because now Eric Rowan is signed, and it could mean that it's really going to happen. Because now they put pen to paper with Eric Rowan, so I can't wait to see it. I'm excited now because we don't know if it's true. We don't know because Braun Strowman was injured. Maybe it could just be Uncle Howdy making his return. Now they're making big things happen here. Braun Strowman is not injured anymore. They signed with Eric Rowan. We don't know is Alexa Bliss going to be part of the team, but we haven't seen her return yet. But we don't know if she's going to be part of it. It could be a whole male faction with no woman in it. It could be just the men and no Alexa Bliss. Because Alexa Bliss wasn't part of the Wyatt family. She was the Sister Abigail, so maybe she was part of it. But when the Wyatt family was a thing with Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, and Bray Wyatt, and Braun Strowman when he came in, Alexa Bliss wasn't part of the Wyatt family. So maybe she won't be in it, but it could be like they're going to put new guys in there, like Dexter Lumis or Joe Gacy. I would like to see that too. But we will find out what happens on AEW. With Eric Rowan. Now we got AEW. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Kenny Omega returning. Every promotion has had a return. Braun Strowman returned on Raw. Wesley returned on NXT, and now AEW has Kenny Omega. Ladies and gentlemen, I got some things to talk about here. We got Orange Cassidy. We found a new no-win contender for the World Championship. We had a opening segment with Swerve, but they got a new intro. It was all about the Elites because Tony Khan is not 100%, so he had to stay at Jacksonville. Because I think that's where he got hurt, and he's in the hospital. He had the hospital, and he's not 100%. So he has to stay there while he was doing his promo or his video package, whatever you want to call it. The Young Bucks interrupted it and says that since Tony Khan can't make it, he's stuck in Jacksonville now. We're in charge, and he says let's do our new intro. And it was all about the Elites with Jack Perry, Okada, and the Young Bucks. But ladies and gentlemen, we got Swerve Strickland coming out, and he wants to find out who his number one contender is. And he talked trash about the Elites, what they did to Tony Khan. He doesn't like it, and he says, one day you guys would get yours, but not right now. And then they pop up on the Titantron and says, you know what, Apple, we should tell you who's your opponent in 3 seconds. And they in 3, 2, 1, it was Christian Cage. Christian Cage is the number 1 contender. The man lost his title in his hometown in Canada, and we haven't seen him since. How is he the number 1 contender to the World Championship? I have no idea. So Christian Cage came out with his goons and Mother Wayne, and he was about to talk, but he attacked Swerve Strickland. Swerve has some defense, attacking Killswitch, Nick Wayne. But Mother Wayne was in the way. He was about to punch her, but he doesn't punch women. And then the numbers game was too much. And then the Killswitch onto the championship, onto Swerve Strickland. And Christian Cage talked and talked and talked, saying that he remembers what Swerve Strickland did to Nick Wayne. He went to Nick Wayne's house, his gym, his ring, and beat the living hell out of him and all that stuff. And he remembers when they lost on the biggest show at All In in that casket match. So Christian Cage remembers everything, and he says he's going to take that title. And he's talking about Swerve Strickland's kids, and he says they will have a father to be proud of for the rest of their lives, I think he said. And he's talking about himself. And then, ladies and gentlemen, they attack Prince Nana as well. So we got Christian Cage being the new number 1 contender to the world title at Double or Nothing. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we heard from Orange Cassidy. After the parking lot brawl between Chuck Taylor and Trent Barretta, and we heard that after the match, Trent attacked Chuck Taylor's leg. And we heard from Orange Cassidy that Chuck Taylor would never, ever could wrestle again. So, ladies and gentlemen, bye-bye to Chuck Taylor, and Orange Cassidy says, if I see Trent Barretta, he's going to get him. Trent Barretta came out, and Orange Cassidy was about to attack him, but security stopped him. And Trent Barretta says, yeah, you're making it all about yourself again. There's Chris Statlander trying to stop him. And then here comes Don Callis. Out of nowhere, he comes out, whispers something in Orange Cassidy's ear, and then both Orange Cassidy and Don Callis walks away. Even Chris Taylor knew this is a bad thing that's happening, so she has to go check on that, but we don't know what's going on there. And we had Kenny make his return. I will tell you guys more about that at the end, because he was at the end. First match of the evening, we got Adam Copeland defends his TNT Championship against one of the House of Black members, and they chose Buddy Matthews. And ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match, it was a pretty okay match, but the winner of that match was Adam Copeland. He retains the TNT title. And then, ladies and gentlemen, Adam Copeland wasn't done there. He was going to beat up Buddy Matthews with chairs until the lights went out. Malachi Black came up, and he says, hit him. Hit him with a chair. And you see Buddy Matthews says, hit me with the chair as well. They're telling Adam Copeland to hit him with the chair. Adam Copeland was about to hit him. He raised it up in his head. But ladies and gentlemen, the lights went out again, and House of Black is gone. And then we got Samoa Joe versus Isaiah Cassidy. I guess we had heel versus heel, because this guy was pretending to high-five people. He said, psych! But ladies and gentlemen, it was an okay match. Isaiah had some defense until he hurt his back with a springboard. But the winner of that match was Samoa Joe. And then we got Chris Jericho versus Shibata for the FTW title in the FTW Rules match. They used pucks as a weapon. Not thumbtacks. They had a big giant bag. Well, Chris Jericho had a giant bag of pucks in his bag. And ladies and gentlemen, smashing your body onto the pucks, it hurts. It's like a brick. A rubber brick. But ladies and gentlemen, it was a pretty decent match. Not bad, I guess. But the winner of that match, and still the FTW, is Chris Jericho because of the help of Big Bill. Big Bill chokeslammed Shibata through a table. And we heard on the Rampage that Big Bill is part of the learning tree now. Now we have Claudio Castagnoli versus Brian Cage. It was a pretty decent match with big hitting guys and big guys doing crazy stunts. But the winner of that match was Claudio Castagnoli. And then we have Serena D versus Mariah May. Serena D gets the win. It was an okay match, not bad, but it was okay. Serena D wins the match, and we found out who is going to fight Toni Storm for the AEW Women's World Championship. It will be Serena D getting a shot of the championship. So we got some double or nothing things happening. So that's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting what's happening here. Tony Khan, I guess Tony Khan is not there. But now we got Kenny Omega coming out. He talked about why he was not in AEW. Because of injuries. Because of injury, and he was sick. I forgot what he called it. Tendonitis, something like that. He says there's something in his body. And the doctor told him he needs surgery. And he has this bag. And if he doesn't, he could die. They said that he had 24 hours and he almost died if he didn't go to the doctors in 24 hours. Something like that. So it looks like he didn't take the surgery. And he says, with or no bag, he's still going to be in AEW and fight. So, and then he wants to talk about the elites until Okada came out. Okada says he's the best one. The best title collector, whatever they said. Machine. But ladies and gentlemen, and then Kenny Omega says, give me a couple of months that me and you could fight again. Because they had matches in New Japan. He says we could finish it in the AEW ring. But Okada set up Kenny Omega with Jack Perry attacking Kenny Omega. And the big news is that Kenny Omega can't get hits in his midsection. Because if he does, that's bad for him. So we need to be careful from Jack Perry. Don't hit the midsection. But he attacked him, and then Kenny Omega tried to fight back. He was punching. He was doing his moves. He tried to do the one wing angel. He tried to do that, but the midsection was too much for him. And Okada got in the way. No, he was trying to do the knee trigger. And then he got pulled by Okada. And then here comes Jack Perry with a chair right into the midsection. So, and then here comes the Young Bucks acting like they care, like they did the same thing with Tony Khan. Saying, why did you do that? Why you do that? He's an EVP. The only reason why these guys are not fired is because they have an ironclad contract. Ironclad contract. So they can't get fired. But remember, Kenny Omega is an EVP as well. He could make things happen as well. But, and then here comes Young Bucks yelling at Jack Perry and Okada. And Kenny Omega trying to drag himself, grabbing the legs of the Young Bucks. And the Young Bucks did the EVP trigger onto Kenny Omega. So Kenny Omega was hurt. The guy has a hurt sternum here, or a midsection. And then here comes FTR, makes everybody run out. And then Kenny Omega was in the going on to the stretcher and about to go to the ambulance. But ladies and gentlemen, on Rampage, they were about to put Kenny Omega into the ambulance until the Elite attacked FTR and FTR while they were trying to roll him into the ambulance. The Elite got rid of FTR, and then Matthew Jackson had some things to say to Kenny Omega until they flipped over the stretcher while Kenny Omega was on the stretcher, and he fell right on the hard ground. So I don't know what is going on with the EVPs, but they are taking over AEW. And of course, they had to do the same thing, the same saying that WWE has to say. They're going into a new era. Because WWE is going into a new era, Triple H era. And I'm guessing AEW is going into the new Elite era. Of course, they had to say something that WWE's doing. Of course, they always have to try to take shots at them. Oh my goodness. But if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. Saturday morning for Friday Night SmackDown. What's going to happen? I want to see Jacob Fatu come make his debut, but I think that's going to happen on Backlash, and we will finally get the full bloodline and take over. I think we're going to get the full bloodline faction and get that one piece into the faction, and that's Jacob Fatu. So that's what I think. I think he's going to be at Backlash. He's going to help them beat up Randy Orton and Kevin Owens in that tag team match. That's all for today. Time is out. See you guys Saturday. Time is out. Bye-bye.